So what's up, everybody? So we're gonna check out this video from Scap Attack, right? So he says, Carmelo Anthony calls out the coward king LeBron. So let's see what this is about.
Well. New details continuing to emerge on the most pathetic ring-chasing coward in NBA history. And for any who watched LeBron James shamelessly catapulting himself around the NBA for the entirety of his prime, prostituting his way to one super team after the next, they likely need no additional ammunition to keep the fraud king out of the pantheon of true greats. And yet, LeBron's own best friends continue to provide that ammo. And for any of you revisionists, jock sniffers, or teenagers who weren't there to actually experience it, LeBron, of course, decided to crawl his ass down this humiliating path following back-to-back years of miserable playoff failures where, despite stealing consecutive league MVPs and having the best record in the entire NBA, James flamed out of the East Finals in 2009 and the East Semis in 2010. Only to watch the real best player of that era win consecutive championships against the very two teams that sent Bron home for the season. And in the wake of Kobe winning that fifth title, old Bron and the rest of the broke-ass, pitiful collection of banana boat riders came to the epiphany that they could never live up to that standard without taking the easy way out. And that much is fact, because Dwayne Wade himself confirmed as much.
I remember cutting my TV off as soon as Kobe ran and grabbed that ball. I was like, LeBron.
All right.
So what you gonna do? That was our summer free agency. They were dominating. Like, Kobe was winning all these rings. I was like, wait, hold on. Now he got 5 and we got 1? Like, no.
But Wade wasn't done. After that, he hosted Chris Paul as a guest on his own The Why podcast, and the two of them discussed a potential team-up in 2012 that would have brought CP3 to town to join LeBron, Wade, and Bosh following the most humiliating choke job in NBA history during the 2011 NBA Finals.
But do you remember the call with Brian, you and I, when we were thinking about when Riley wanted to trade to bring you to Miami?
Absolutely, I remember.
And we come to find out the only thing that derailed that big four pairing was the question of who would be wearing number 3 in this proposed team-up.
We talk about all this about who gonna have the ball. Okay, we can all play together now. CP, I can play off the ball. We done figured all that out. And then somebody said, well, who gonna wear number 3? Silence.
But startling new revelations just coming out now have revealed the fact that that wasn't the first proposed Big Four in Miami. The latest whistleblower to come out and expose the tyrannical, league-destroying, ring-chasing cowardice of LeBron James is yet another of his besties, Carmelo Anthony. Anthony was recently a guest on Podcast P with Paul George, and George wanted to get into the same Miami super team.
Man, we gotta ask about the infamous banana boat crew. Right? Shit.
And Melo in this interview confirmed that James was always the driving force behind a proposed team-up, but it was always more just hypothetical posturing.
With Bron, it was always like, yo, we got to make it happen. Like, some way, somehow, the opportunity comes, let's make it happen.
But then, according to Melo, things got serious around 2006 and beyond.
Then the conversation got serious after, like, 06, 07.
Then the bombshell revelation from Anthony that it was in fact intended originally to be Wade and Bosh in one location and then Bron and Melo in a separate one.
It was supposed to be Bosh and Wade and then me and Bron, like going somewhere. We just couldn't find out where. And we wanted it to be New York. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere. Or Chicago. Chicago was in the fold.
But the crux of why Anthony didn't join forces is nothing new in the sports world. In fact, what was at the heart of his motivations was a mindset that predated the pitiful little era of the 2010s. A desire to actually build something yourself and to win valid, challenging championships.
And also at that time, I wasn't ready to go partner and team up with nobody because I was building my own shit in Denver. So to leave my own shit and go team up with somebody, it wouldn't have worked.
Nonetheless, the other three cowardly losers spearheaded the collusion process to put the squad together, and Melo did in fact get the call.
So I get the call when they say, yo, it's a lockout's coming. Yo, we taking a 3-year deal. So they was trying to finagle how to make that shit work.
And now this really is breaking news, or at the least new news, if you will. See, the general working theory for years has been that Bosh was just a last-second replacement for Melo, who refused to fall in line with Bron and Wade's little scheme. But according to Carmelo Anthony now, the plan was actually to unite all four.
Imagine me being the fourth option on the team when I'm leading my team every single year. Like I'm finding my way in this league.
Right.
And you want me to leave that and go be a fourth option. Now, everybody don't might give Chris Bosh enough credit. Chris Bosh was ridiculous in Toronto.
And the optics of this team up just look worse and worse the more we find out about it. Those three united following the 2009-2010 season. And in that year, LeBron and Wade were both first-team All-NBA selections, while Carmelo Anthony was second-team, and Chris Bosh that season was averaging 24 points and 11 rebounds. In fact, the year-end league MVP voting the season prior to that little team-up, LeBron won the MVP, Wade finished 5th, Melo finished 6th, and Bosh finished 12th. I mean, how much help did this guy need?
It's a complete crap.
How insecure was he? It is becoming more and more obvious that the Chosen One tattoo, the self-bestowed king nickname, all of the humiliating GOAT posturings, all just an elaborate scheme to cover up his own extreme insecurities. Methink the gentleman doth protest too much. Because clearly, if he really believed any of it, there wouldn't be any need to be recruiting 4 top 15 players to one team while all were in their primes. So ask yourself, jock sniffers and sycophants, if your king doesn't really believe it, why the hell should you? And for the rest of you, sane and rational thinkers out there, ask yourselves, why the hell haven't I subscribed to Scap Attack yet? Stop beating around the bush, damn it, and hit that subscribe button now to stay up to date with me. Until next time.